What's happening? Welcome to another episode of In His Mind podcast. I am joined by my amazing guests. To the right of me,
the one and only Buzzin Producer, you know how it is.
And the lovely, definitely lovely
Bryony.
Wow. Don't blow me away with all that enthusiasm. But
I know, right?
Yeah, and we got my homie, my dog, my producer JP in the background. I love it. Throwing his 2 cents in to make $1 million. So do you know what's been on my mind this week, or what I've been looking at? Not saying it happened this week, but it's just been on my mind. I was like, if I'm in a concert, so imagine I surprise my woman with a concert. I'm like, babes, we want to surprise you. We want to go to Usher concert. Oh, got brownie points.
Usher, you know.
Brownie points. It's Usher, legendary.
I know where we're going with this already.
So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, me and my babe's gonna see Usher. You know, he's got all the old school all the way to the new school. So it's gonna be a nice night. And he's a hell of a performer. So I'm turned. I bought the drip. She bought her drip. It's all nice. You know what I'm saying? I might even hire a car because I'm just doing the most. Yeah? You know what I mean? So we get there, we take our seats. Baby, you look amazing. Oh, you look handsome. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wear that out later. We talk that talk. We sit down. The music starts. Boom. Stage. Usher comes on. All right, it's lit.
Yo, after tonight.
That was the red flag number one. The guy told you. The guy told you to jump. For real. Ask my for real. So, first of all, let me tell you now, as soon as Usher starts walking on my aisle, I'm already in fight position. I'm already there. I'm like,
stunned.
You're gonna have a new confessions if you play with me. Because in my head, now shout out to Kiki Palmer, because I love Kiki Palmer. I'm a big fan of her. That girl, the way she's built her empire is phenomenal.
Crazy.
And we're only having this conversation, once again, this is In His Mind podcast. I gotta let you know how men looked at that. Do not come serenade my woman, bro. Because front page news is going to be like, guy at show last night punches Usher in the face for apparently performing to his girl. That's what the headline's going to be the next day. So in my head, I'm like, Usher, we love you. You legend, you're icon. But you can't be serenading people's girls, bro. That is wild to me. Now you're a performer. I get you a performer.
That's what I was about to say.
No, you're doing your thing. Yeah? But like, I'm going to jump up straight away. I'm like, this ain't what you want, bro. This ain't what you want. Nah, because regardless, you're Usher, I can eat that. But my woman and my money are two things we learned growing up. Don't play with a man's woman and his money. So as much as you're doing your job, I'm doing mine too. We're both doing our job. Your job is to serenade her, my job is to clock you on when you decide to. So in my head, I'm like, nah, bro. Now my issue was, I don't care whether you're married or not. Remember how men are. It's never gonna be comfortable you melting for another guy. I don't give a damn who the guy is. You have to understand that. Because you gotta imagine, as a woman, as a man, if I'm going somewhere and Beyonce's singing to me and I'm all there, crazy love.
And,
you know what I'm saying? Right in front of you, or even if you're not there.
It's so weird. Sorry to cut you, bro.
Please
it's
cut
like,
me. Talk to me.
For me,
Wagwan.
it's like, I don't care. It's like, bro, listen, before I met this woman, she was already crushing over Usher. She could never get to Usher. Right. He's not, I won't say
night.
Hold on. Hold on.
He was really close.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, you know, this is the thing. This is the thing.
Backstage,
this is my thing. This is my thing. If I choose a woman and I say, this is my woman, I believe in that woman. So I am not, me personally, I ain't threatened by anybody. Like, if this other guy has more money or a bigger dick or I don't know, whatever it may be that a woman may feel, if she decides to do that, that's based upon her. That ain't based upon me. So I'm not taking, I feel like a lot of people create their own problems.
I get that point.
Based upon their insecurities, their traumas, and their perception of life in general. My perception of life is what you make it. If my wife wants to go and fuck Usher, go and fuck Usher now. Just know that you're not coming back to me.
You see,
that's what it is. It's okay.
There's a consequence. But my thing is like prevention. He's waiting to the consequence. I'm like, why am I waiting to the consequence? This is a mother.
Fair enough. That's one way of looking at it. That's one way of looking at it.
I'm going to pull up at front and center, because what I realize is that I can be laxed about a lot of things, but not when it comes to my family or my woman. I cannot be laxed there. I am always 10 toes. Always. Because at the end of the day, it's not the fact that I agree with some parts you were saying. It was like, look, it's Usher, innit? Like, I get it. But while I'm there and while Usher's there, you better pick me. What are we dealing with? If you're a fan of Usher, I'm gonna come second, third place. That's fine. But now Usher's live all day. Remember, like when people say, "Oh, who would you sleep with?" Because we know we're not gonna meet these people.
No, but it's not
live,
fair.
My man's singing to my girl, yo. I don't like her eyes lighting up. I don't really like the butterfly she's having. It's making me feel some type of way.
Yeah, so that goes back to
I'm being
insecurities.
real.
That goes back to
That's
insecurities.
absolutely right. No, 1,000. We're gonna keep it.
See, you keep it real with your feelings. I feel like
When it comes to certain things,
generally we don't.
yeah, generally we don't. But on this podcast, we're gonna let you know what it is. At the end of the day, if you're my woman and I give a damn about you and I want to be the apple of your eye.
So you're hating on Usher.
Huh? Straight up and down. This is not even a confession.
You're hating. You're hating. You're like, you're hating on any R&B guy that your woman like.
I want him to take that U-turn and turn around and go somewhere else to someone else's.
These Usher jokes are too much.
Because I'm an Usher fan. But I'm like, Usher, bro, I don't really want to punch you though. Like, I don't really want to do that. That's not how I want to go down in history as a guy.
I get it in the sense of that's another human being, and my woman is lusting over another human being.
If I'm not there, she goes with her girls. Oh, have fun. Oh,
my thing is, why are you taking your girl to Usher concert?
That's what I don't even understand.
I don't get that. I don't get. Guy, I don't get that.
Let me tell you something, guys. Listen, once something mentioned it before. Be real with yourself.
Be real with yourself.
Because someone like to portray, I'm not insecure. Bro, I'm a human being.
We all have something.
If you put me in a certain scenario, insecurities will come out.
Facts.
Because I'm aware of that, is why I never end up in that situation.
Facts. See,
When you're
that's the
not
prevention.
aware-
That's the prevention for me.
Ooh, you will sniff it when you're not aware.
Hey Jay,
Now you're slapping someone.
You hit the nail on the head. The prevention is, why am I going to? You already
not-
told me I'm a fan. Oh my god, I've been fan for years.
Okay, but
why am I going?
Because we went there so we can have fun together, though. That's why we went. I didn't think this guy was going to serenade my woman. I didn't pay for that. That was not in the ticket. In the ticket was general prices and it was VIP prices. Meet and greet, maybe, if that's what he chooses to do.
The guy said, "Don't leave your girl around me. I'm a player for real."
He said he was single.
He warned you from 1995.
No, but okay, generally speaking, though, I get it. But I don't think she did anything wrong. No, that's a lie. I think she did a lot wrong.
She did entertain it.
I don't think she intended anything wrong by it.
I think she was just trying to have a good time. She's just had a baby. She's obviously like.
So the first
happy
chance
to
you
be
get
there.
is run out there and get
No.
No.
She did anything wrong. So
I said, to some degree, look at my terms and conditions there to some degree. What's what you're saying, Bryony?
But if you're looking at it from her perspective,
Mm-hmm.
she's just had a baby. Maybe she's not feeling confident. This is
a
the
good point.
first.
So you find your confidence in him?
No, but to be picked by someone, let alone Usher, and then you're being picked up on stage, you're like.
Fellas, so basically what this
feeling
means
herself.
is you could be killing yourself at home, trying to choose her, but when her feelings are her priority, she won't get it from Usher.
yeah. And do you
It's
know
the
what
same.
it is? I think that's
'Cause why
okay.
can't-
I think that's okay.
You're leaving the kid with me, right?
Yeah.
We both made this baby, right? So now I'm at home trying my best to keep you entertained, and the only time you feel like you and happy is when you're in Usher's arms?
No, but do you know why it's okay?
I'm just asking, not saying that's what the case is.
I think
I'm
it's.
just asking.
I personally think it's okay because at the end of the day, bro, that's not real. She gets to live.
She's coming home to you.
She's coming home to you. Like,
So she can-
I think that coming home to you is a real concept. I even even when it boils back to women, it's like women's like, oh, my man was in the club, he was shaking and wine. When that guy finished, he come home to you, He's living in his fantasy. He's living in his head. This life is what you make it, and what you got to understand that's really deep. Life is what you make it means that it's not just build wealth and build things. It means the things that make you happy, the moments you have, the memories you have, the.
I don't want the memory of Usher serenading my. No. I don't want the memory of that. I agree with you. I'm with you, dog. Like,
No, I personally would not go. If my girl is crushing on a celebrity, I'm not going to follow her. And yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'd rather her go there and then somebody tell me, oh my God, you know where I said, then I have more leverage. It's all about leverage. I think in any relationship, is always some sort of exchange. It's almost like a business. Every relationship is a business in a sense. In a sense.
No, I get you.
We're exchanging. We're exchanging emotions. We're exchanging finances.
We're
exchanging
investing in something to get something out of it.
Exactly.
That makes sense. I
so
understand that.
at the end of the day, if this business company that I want to invest in, for example, is they're really interested in Usher.
Giving out shares, I don't like it. They entertain other people's shares, I don't like it.
Well, fair enough. When you put it like that, I
No,
get
but
it.
you're right. No, I totally get what you're saying. I think for us, just once again, this is me just encouraging men. Be real with yourself, man.
Facts.
Don't lie to yourself and put yourself in compromising positions because you thought you were strong enough. I'm strong to go to concert with my woman to any concert. Am I strong enough for him to sing to her and her feel it? I don't know about that. Am I confident in him singing to her? Cool. Her reaction, I'm not too sure.
See, this is where
because I feel about it. Let me tell you what happens to my mind. My mind is like, you're not with her every day. You're not the one dealing with her problems. You're not the one listening to her. You're not the one doing all the heavy lifting. You get to enjoy the best of her. While I'm here killing myself.
When she's dressed up, when she's out.
I pay for the dress and for us to get here and the damn tickets.
And get lit.
So is it mad that I'm suggesting that, let him serenade you? See, there's another woman that did it. When he was coming around, she jumped on her husband's lap and sat there. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. He didn't have to say no. She jumped in position like, nah.
It's crazy. Do you think status plays a role? Because
you better believe it.
Because some women,
it.
So Keke Palmer, everyone knows who Keke Palmer
But she has big.
She has status. No, but that's my point. The women you're talking about that just jumped on a man's lap, is like, hey, Omo, I don't want to lose this one. So I went to my husband's sister.
I know.
I found my husband.
I get what you mean because she has status, but that's foul. But then
this guy ain't gonna leave me.
But see, that's foul though. If that's the game. We're not hating on the game. We're not hating on the game.
Bro.
But in a lot of men's mind, it's like, oh, you're insecure, Joe. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I can see
you own
both
them.
sides
go
of
on.
the argument. I can
go on.
see you'd want to have a good time.
Of course, I want her to have a good time.
You've been picked. It's like, oh my God, this is my dream come true. But
My chest.
no.
Usher is your dream. Usher
No,
picking
but
is your
if
dream.
that's who like your fantasy is, whatever, your
fantasy,
dreams not coming true. But then at the same time, I would
Body
be
shots.
happy if my man was getting picked and going up on stage with.
Yeah.
So I'd be.
Do you know what? That's why I
that.
don't think it, because women will hate it. You can't even give out your social media online or on anywhere. You can't.
Social media.
You know what it is as well?
But you
This might just be
double
me.
standard is there because if
This-
you was, go on, say what you're saying.
This might just be me, but I feel like
Go on.
you gotta get to a stage where that whole crushing on celebrity shit, you gotta pack it in, man. How old are you? Are you like a little girl or something? Do you know what I mean? Are you still 13 with fucking posters on your wall?
It's a fantasy.
What? Are you still, do you know what I mean?
You know what's so crazy? I've never really. Do you know what's so mad?
That is fun.
Okay, this is my opinion. I've never really crushed on a celebrity like. You
Yeah.
don't really have much. What, Foxy Brown? Nicki
So I'm
Minaj?
thinking maybe it's a guy thing, but I feel like you gotta get to a stage where why you
But I
still
agree with that. You gotta get to a stage where it's like, bro, pack it in.
you can enjoy it. You can enjoy. Look, you go to a concert. You go to a concert and Usher's singing to the woman.
Yeah.
She can be there, enjoy it without like acting all googly eyes like she's melting. Just smile. Maybe
Yeah,
she's
that's my point.
like she's still right
Don't
next to her
melt on
husband
this
or
guy.
partner's shot. But yeah, if you're there all melting, it's like
Nah, Kiki.
what the fuck would you be doing if I'm not here then? Let's put Keke Palmer to one side, but
See, that's
just
the insecurity side. What would you do if I'm not here? See that?
no. If you're melting,
But listen.
I get it. I get it.
Hey, come on, bro.
You're melting now.
yeah,
The guy said, "Come and let's talk about it."
exactly.
You're going.
You're going. Let's just be real. My thing is just that. It's
Would
like,
you care though?
my girl going backstage with Usher. Yeah, I'm caring. Bro, I'm caring.
Wait, you know
I'm caring.
you know Usher don't care about your girl.
That's why it's even more of an insult because you know he don't, and you're there all in love with the girl. Come on, wait, am I bugging?
Yeah.
Fellas,
But do you know what? Do you know
am I
what?
bugging? Am I asking you? Am I bugging?
If we,
Am I bugging?
if
Am I
we-
bugging? Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
She goes to a concert and melting over the guy that's performing and goes backstage. You ain't got a problem with it? No. You think it's cool? She can go to backstage
My
with this
guy,
guy.
bro. What's that?
Okay, fair enough.
I'm
Fair enough.
I think
Shout out
people
to
talk
him.
about
Fair enough.
security and insecurity. You gotta feel like this is the thing is I believe in again. This is a Nigeria term. Please, guys, don't take
culture plays a big part in
Culture plays a big
I
part
believe
of
in
it.
my own jazz or my own jazz. Listen, if I decide this girl's my woman, I believe in her. I'm not going there thinking that she's gonna go and F herself up. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Divorce lawyers will disagree with you. Let me tell you like this. Simple fact to that.
Yo.
Guys, you have to understand something. Everything's a dynamic, yeah? Everything's a dynamic. This idea that you're a good man, this is where I feel like men have been falsely led. We've been falsely led to think you being a good man is
It's
you not
enough.
having boundaries and letting your partner do whatever they want. I think that's a grave mistake men make. I think it's okay to love a woman and still have a boundary. Why is that? Because at the end of the day, you're the one doing the heavy lifting. You have to understand that. You're not less of a man because you feel insecure about it. Because the reality of it is, it's like, yo, you're the one putting all the work. Why is it okay for another man that don't really care about your woman and just come and steal her time.
Yeah, true.
Where is your significance in the whole scenario? 100%. If another man can just come and draw your girl and go wherever the hell she wants, you think you're a better man because you let her do it.
No, but
in reality, I'm like, why does she want to? Is my question.
That's a good
Because
point.
in my head, I'm like, but what do you mean? If we go into the concert, you're going to sneak backstage with another guy? That's how I'm looking. I'm going to say I'm right, guys. But I'm just being honest by the layers of thoughts as a man I'm having.
I go to the level of being a fan, first and foremost. And even going back to the Keke Palmer thing, she actually wrote that in her statement. She's like, bro, yes, I'm fanning over this person that I've been a fan of for years. I finally get to meet them and they're actually intrigued and entertaining me personally. It doesn't mean that I don't want my baby. It doesn't mean I don't want my husband. It doesn't mean anything like that. It's just that I'm a fan of this person. I enjoy their energy. This is one thing you got to understand about celebrities. Obviously, we all deal with celebrities and famous people and all that. They have an energy, bro.
Yeah.
They have an energy that lifts you beyond what you can think. A lot of people only get to tap into that energy via the music or via the film or whatever art they use to display their thing.
Yeah.
So when you actually meet that person and they're interacting with you, that gives you a different type of high. Remember, Keke Palmer's an artist.
So was she just sat there enjoying the singing from Usher, or was she getting up?
She was getting up and involved with it.
No, I knew what she was doing. I'm asking the question. What she was doing to enjoy the moment.
I'll be fine. Imagine my girl's chilling and she just vibing with it. I'm like, that's all good.
Yeah.
You're up on your feet. I'm afraid to get back down.
She weren't twerking on Usher in front of her husband.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's a viol. That's a boundary that we
what
cannot
I'm
cross.
okay. So
That's one level away from him being there. He's gonna see it.
What I'm wrapping up. I'll wrap this up segment. I'm saying this. All I'm saying for women out there, be mindful about how your man feels. Don't just go off and do something because you feel compelled to do it.
Most times we're mindful.
Because what's beautiful about this is that you got so many different perspectives. Some men don't care, some men do care. Regardless, don't make the decision yourself to just go off with another man somewhere where your man can't see you. I think at the end of the day, I feel like men, I tell men this all the time. If you're not a man that has boundaries, you regret it later. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. If you don't set boundaries with another human,
it'll be that I didn't know conversation.
Right, do you understand? With another human, forget whatever your preference is love. Regardless, with any relationship, you have boundaries and a certain aesthetic to it. Why?
Yeah, friendship, work, all of it.
There's got to be.
100%.
Because if you're a person with no boundaries, you do what you want, you're having fun. You will deal with something later on that was supposed to be a boundary, but you didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a problem.
Because everyone's boundaries are different.
Women are hypergamous, right? So that means they either on their level or above. Yeah, you let a woman hang around with a guy that's above you too long, you will regret it. Bro, play if you want to, because women are not trained to stick with something where they feel like they can get better. That's not how women are trained. Regardless, the problem with a lot of the time is when you're in love with a woman, you overlook so much. Same way a woman does.
Yeah.
But in this case, we're talking about men because it's a men podcast.
Of women
do it as well.
Women date up.
Yes, men date from top to down. Women don't date from top to down.
Most times down for men.
Their level or up. We will go from top to down. Matt Damon met his wife as a waitress somewhere in some island or something like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right. As a guy, you can do that. You can make from up to bottom. But for a woman, she's hypergamous. She's going to date on her level or above. So my point is, I think it's just dangerous knowing that's the science and let a woman roam in areas where she can have access to men.
So weird.
Above you.
I think it goes down to security. Sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, again,
Yeah.
security. It's like, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah.
Women do date up. I've never heard of a woman say, "Oh, this guy was a bum and I brewed him up." That is a miracle story.
Another generation.
If you are a woman that's doing that, congratulations. You are 1 in a billion.
You're 1 in a freaking billion.
But outside of that, you're right. Women do date up, but I do feel like at the end of the day, if I decide, this is the thing about men. Again, you might be right. It might be a bit of delusion to a certain extent, but it's like, I believe if I choose a woman, I've done the filtering system. We've had tests. Any woman you meet, she knows a baller. She knows the guy that's got peas. And anyway, if it's the woman that you like, everyone else bro. No, but there's a certain type of women that obviously we know the kind of women we date. The women we know money guys and whatever. They're attractive women. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So they're gonna attract guys that want attractive women. My point is this. There has to be a point where you're like, you know what? You can do what you like. You ain't leaving me. Like, I trust you.
I do not recommend guys to think like that. Don't you dare think like that. Don't you dare, bro.
You not trusting your woman. Does that mean you don't trust your woman then?
I think that's an extreme. I think that's a very big extreme.
No,
I give you an example.
the top of the.
I give you example. No, I know what you mean, but I get where you're going with it. But I think that's an extreme because it's not about I don't trust you. It's about boundaries to me. That's all I'm saying. I'm a boundaries guy because I realize like we don't need the miscommunication.
Women talk about boundaries a lot.
Oh, bro, why is it mad? Do you know what?
I never considered having my own boundaries.
Yeah, because why? Because as a guy, you get shamed for having boundaries. You get shamed for having standards. So most guys think like, yeah, what am I having boundaries for? She can do whatever she wants. But I'm like, bro,
they're lying to themselves.
They're lying to themselves because the bottom line is when you build a family and you are responsible, you need to have some autonomy to some degree. 100%. How are you gonna be responsible for? Because when things go wrong, they look at you, bro. If you don't want to hear the fact, I let her go backstage. So like, they look at you like you're an idiot. That's what they're gonna look at you and judge you as. But when nothing goes wrong, it's up. They clap for you. Oh yeah, he's not insecure. He's secure. That's how it should be. And secure. But when something goes wrong, they blame you as well. They be like, you're an idiot. Why'd you let your girl go? So I'm like, I'm not playing this game with this world. I'm gonna be honest with myself. Like, yo,
control your household.
Control
not
your household.
Control, but
your girl go. That's the question.
Yeah, of course she can go have fun. It's not about would I let her. She's free to do it.
Yeah, she's her own person.
I was
But
gonna say, I don't like that term. Would you let her go?
Yeah.
He was because why I phrased it like that was okay, cool. It's either I go with her or she go with her girls. Now the decision now is for me to make the decision because again, going back to boundaries. She's fanning off this. She's told me this. You know, there's certain signs you see, like, oh my god, I can't believe Usher. I don't know if she's gonna do that, but there's a potential that she might. She's Kiki Palmer, so she's gonna get VIP. She's gonna be at the front.
Yeah.
She's gonna be. That's cool. Now, would I want to go with my girl to do those things?
I would.
I personally, again, because I know all this stuff, but then he really did highlight the whole thing about boundaries.
About boundaries,
I feel like I don't necessarily discuss boundaries or think about boundaries in a relationship. And I do discuss them to a certain extreme point, but something like this, I wouldn't have comprehended it.
But do you know why?
That's a discussion you should then have before you're going to go. If you're going to go with your partner, whatever, or if you're going with your girls.
So what if Usher comes up and tries to say...
No, you know what it is? Those conversations happen indirectly.
Yeah,
even though you think you're not having those boundary conversations, they do happen. They just don't happen. They're not happening like, look, let's sit down. There's the whiteboard.
Stop whining on Usher in front of me. That's a vibe.
No, but you ain't said nothing.
No, but that's a different thing.
That's the
Usher feeling my girl like, oh my god, this girl's so
all I'm saying.
No, the case in point is what Kiki Palmer did at the concert.
So, was she overstepped certain boundaries because you have to understand.
Do you think she's overstepped
I
boundaries?
definitely think so. Usher stay violent.
What about you? Do you think she's overstepped boundaries?
I see both sides.
Don't be with that. I like to see that because women are loyal to other women, boy. I love the support.
Women are loyal way more than men.
Oh my god, we literally
left to women, there'll be no war.
Oh no, there'll be no war.
They'll be like, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about this. But once again, my whole point for this segment was it's
actually, I take that back. Women, I take that back. You women know how to hate on each other very well.
But my thing is that the whole point was it's okay as a man to have some boundaries. It's okay to say. I'm not really I may not mind something, but if I don't express to her, then how can I blame her for acting in the way she wants to act?
Yeah.
So my thing is like, she's going out with her friends. Go enjoy yourself. I'll pay for the damn thing. You understand?
Yeah.
But to the trust
That's my thing.
I'm trusting you anyway.
That's my go out with your girls.
But once again, perception is what she thought wasn't a big deal versus what I think is a big deal. So that's why I'd much rather like, hey man, like we go in that, especially I'm talking about if we go out together, Of course, like, don't go and be melting in my man's arms. But if you're having fun, you get up and you two-stepping with him, I'm with all of that. I'm the one with the video, like,
no, grind.
Nah, don't touch her. That's my thing.
Right.
You want to dance? You want to do a whole routine? Calm. He just serenading you? Calm. It is her reaction. It's like, regardless of how good you feel or what's going on, just be mindful that in the male world, this is what men need to understand. Your success and your survival in this world is based on your reputation, your respect. If you don't have no reputation or respect, you're always going to be at the bottom. It is what it is.
It's based upon other men.
There we go. So
everyone's reputation.
If you're not ambitious and you don't care about climbing the ladder, by all means, do what you want. But for men out there that are ambitious, that want to climb that ladder, bro, your reputation, respect is everything. So you can't play with those things because when you see guys up there and the woman is doing mad, that's why everyone's looking at Will Smith and we're killing him. Why are we killing him? Because he's woman. This is the most powerful black man we've seen on TV. And why is he losing all this respect?
Yeah.
Jada.
Wow, that's a good point. That's
so
a very good point.
I'm saying to guys, like, if you're not ambitious and you don't care, that's fine. Live your life and be content and be happy and you deserve all the respect.
And I think
for the guys that are trying to be ambitious out here, your woman can ruin you. And if you don't set boundaries, she can ruin you with one bad decision.
Do you think that's why guys that, again, there's something called high value men? I think that's a phrase.
Women
Do you
hate
think
that phrase? That's what I've learned.
women, I've learned women
They
hate that
hate
phrase.
that phrase.
It's like high value men don't call themselves high value men.
It's like, all right.
But anyway, my point is the guys that are making over 6 figures, do you feel like they go for a particular type of woman?
Of course. There's studies on this.
And what is that? What is that type of woman?
When men get into a position of money and they're doing well, legacy becomes important to them. So they're dealing with women who understand legacy. They're not dealing with women who don't understand legacy, because that means everything to a man when he's accomplished something. Yeah, because you're thinking about your legacy, your children. If I died tomorrow, can this woman facilitate this empire? Or is she going to sleep with 50 dudes? Men don't think about. I don't know why men don't think about it, but I'm like, bro, I think about my life. I think about where I'm going, the kind of woman I need to carry on this legacy. I think about things like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You think I'm killing myself so you can just have it and when you feel like you do what you want? No. Anytime a functioning relationship works, there's structure. There is no structureless relationship that's functioning.
Anything in life that you want to have.
Needs structure.
Yeah.
Same thing for her. Like, wherever I go, I have to represent myself in a certain way, carry myself in a certain way. I don't want to bring disgrace and shame to my woman. That's not what it's about.
Same thing.
It's the same thing. I don't need that.
Yeah. But we can only speak from a man's perspective. That's why it's sounding of this tone. Everything we're saying, it works both ways.
It works both ways. It's only because we're speaking about in a man's mind how he's looking at his woman. But
Literally.
in reality, same for men as well.
100%. Because when you lead with respect, you get respect. And if someone doesn't respect you, that's when you then have to deal with something.
Do you know what I'm saying?
When you lead with respect, the way you communicate with people, the way you treat people, all of that, most times you get the respect back.
Yeah.
But if you do something that is not respectable, then that's you kind of not leading with respect.
There we go.
So it opens the door
to disrespect. This is how it goes. So in my head, I'm like,
that's deep.
It always starts with self.
It starts with self.
Now, I believe everything starts with self.
So now, in my mind, if I'm giving myself boundaries and I'm disciplined and I'm organized, I'm wilding because I'm asking you to do the same thing.
Do you feel like human beings in general, we go through stages? So for example, like, even being in a relationship with someone, you could be in a relationship with someone for, I don't know, 10 years.
Yeah.
And in that relationship, you've gone through different stages of developing yourself within that
100%.
relationship.
Yeah, you are.
And then your wants and your needs have constantly changed.
I think there's something we miss when we come about developing. Developing yourself is the sharpening
of what's there already.
Of your discipline, of your character, of the way you communicate, the way you function. So when people say they're developing themselves, I don't know what they're developing if it's not your character, your beliefs, your principles. Lord knows what you're developing. Wants and needs can change like the season. If I'm not a thief, winter time I'm gonna come like, you know what, it's time to steal some shit. It don't work like that. My principles are the same.
Okay, I get that.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I love that example. Then.
What I tell people all the time is that people want freedom, they want marriage, they want all these things, but they lack the freaking discipline. I don't understand. The only way life works in your favor is when you're disciplined. That's the only time it does.
Yeah, because that's what breeds consistency.
That's what breeds
resilience.
Please, guys, just to let our viewers know, what is discipline?
Discipline is when you are able to separate how you feel from your obligation. That is discipline to me.
Being able to do what you need to do.
Do something that you hate, but like you love it because you understand the reward at the end, not the reward now. Lack of discipline is you chasing reward now. I want to feel good now. And I'm like,
it's instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when you separate
lack of discipline is instant gratification.
Yeah, it's instant gratification. And it's like, you don't know, you think your obligations are tied to how you feel about them. You know your obligation to go to the gym. It's an obligation. Why would it not be an obligation to go to the freaking gym? If health is wealth and we really believe that, and the NHS is crying about how crumbled it is, why wouldn't you put health as a priority?
Yeah.
When you're disciplined in your health, how have you felt when you go gym, guys? Women, anyone. How do you feel when you go gym regularly?
Obviously,
you don't feel great about yourself?
Everyone heads into fitness, so
but,
we get that.
So everyone, that's my point. When you're consistent, even in relationships, the problem that men have is their lack of consistency.
Yeah.
And anytime they do that, that's where all the drama starts.
Not doing as they mean and not meaning as they
say. Do you understand? Well, I've learned when I was married that once I became consistent, that shit became easy. Marriage became so
and
easy.
you get respect. The respect you get is
every move I make is calculations. Like, yo,
you get respect, you get trusted because it's like, you know, when he says he's gonna do something, he does it.
So now when I'm asking,
concept of reliable.
When I'm asking the woman, break left, I don't get questioned.
Yeah.
Not because, I'm a man, you should listen.
No.
Because you understand I've shown you consistently. If I say break left, it's been better for all of us.
And she's done the same. There's things that she's shown you to let you know.
So
do you know what? That's her forte. Let me.
Yeah, so when she comes to me,
Yeah.
Joe, break right. I'm like, all right, babes.
Yeah. Because you've shown.
So so that's just all I'm saying, man.
Goes back to the CV again.
It shows lack of discipline. That's what I see.
Yeah.
So why would I invest in a woman that show me you don't have no sexual discipline? What am I on? And then when it goes left, I'm crying about it. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
But into our main topic really is about protecting women and seeing, do women feel protected or are we doing a good job? And what does that look like?
Are you talking about, obviously going back to the...
So I'll start with let me start with
husband coming in.
Yeah, but let me start with Bryony quickly because she's the woman here.
Yeah, of course.
In your general consensus, this is not about being wrong or right, it's just your opinion and you're entitled to it. Do you think protecting, just what you think, in terms of the concept of protecting women and men's role in society, do you think women even care about protection? Have they lost the appetite for feeling protected? And if that's the case, is it because of our lack of discipline or genuinely in this dangerous world, everyone doesn't need protection?
Me personally,
of course,
I think women sometimes maybe like to pretend they don't want protecting by men, but I think everyone deep down, that's all they
Why are they
really
pretending?
want. Because you're in this era of independent women, you can do it by yourself, you don't need a man, you can do this. But ultimately, I think everyone does want protecting. Yeah.
All right. But so when we're saying protecting, we're talking about our behaviors in public and private, how we speak about women, or when they're around, how do we conduct ourselves, all those kind of things. Do you think that in this day and era, when women keep saying they don't need protection, stuff like that, that just incentivizes men to just be more careless and reckless because you can do it all by yourself? Because that's my point. I think sometimes we need to be careful about the things we wish for. Because we wish for that independence. The word independence means by yourself.
Yeah.
So I never believed in independence in a relationship personally. I'm like, independence means by yourself.
Yeah.
So if you want to get into a relationship, I believe in interdependence.
Me personally, I love protecting. I like to be a team. That's what you're in a relationship for.
Yeah.
But you do need to be able to do things yourself to some degree.
So,
self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So now, madam, catch you on road, give you a dirty slap. Am I supposed to jump in, or are you protecting yourself?
I don't want you to start a fight, but at least just...
No, the guy slaps you.
Yeah, the guy slaps you, bro. Like,
slap me. Okay.
We walking down the street, guy jumps out of nowhere and slaps you. Am I supposed to protect you, or am I supposed to let you do your independent thing?
Me personally, I want you to protect me. How am I then going to defend myself?
You know what? That even that as an example, because biologically, the average man to the average woman, strength-wise, let's say a woman slaps your missus.
I'm gonna let you lot fight that out.
No. You still stop her though. You still stop that woman. Not like you go and.
I'm gonna go smack up your.
You still stop that woman.
Are you shutting it down?
No.
You guys need to talk it out.
I'm giving 60 seconds. I'm like, this girl's been telling me she's independent and strong for the past 5 years. I think 60 seconds is fair. I'm playing.
You're pardoned now.
Most fights, check it. Only last 2 minutes. Most fights, real fights.
If that.
If that. That's a proper good fight. Like, I'll ask her, I'm like, if you can handle this because I don't know.
Nah, protective mode kicks in.
I know, but what I'm saying is naturally I want to jump in.
Let me ask her that.
If you want to scream independent and lack of protection so much, I feel like a bit of reality is good. I think a little bit of reality, if that's what you're on. I think look, because I feel like I ask everyone sometimes I ask them, I'm like, have you ever been punched in the face before? Because
you know what, even that
I've realized. I know it's a weird question. No, but it's not because what we failed to understand in the West.
No.
Right, but what we failed to understand.
I actually have.
No.
Oh God.
That's a whole different story.
Not by a man. It was about by a man.
Okay.
A full pelt deck in the face. Because I feel like that there puts you in touch with reality. It's so hard when you get punched in the face.
Sorry. Ow.
And the reason why I asked that, the reason why I had that conversation is because in the West, what men don't get credit for is how well we've made things to some degree where you can have the power. Because when we compare it to the other countries, women don't have that power.
Yeah.
You don't even have nowhere near that power. And it's easy to be like, oh yeah, and look, the work men have had to do in the West, which is a very good thing because now, yes, there are crazy men out there, but when there are, there's more men in the West that are ready to like, oh, hold on. What's that about?
That's not happening.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
But if you go to other countries, then you start to realize
It's not seen as...
Then women are very clear on why men are needed. Women are very clear in other countries why men are needed. So what I'm saying is that it's hard to navigate, and remember, this is from a male perspective, it's like it's hard to navigate sometimes where your role is, because you hearing the Monday to Friday independence, she gets slapped once and all of a sudden you didn't do nothing.
So weird, because we're talking about this modern day woman. We're talking about the modern day woman.
That's the majority of the women out there.
Yeah. Obviously,
so what we're saying is that we're having conversations to see what is the best way, because I don't know what the best way to deal with that is. I'm just giving 2-3 cents. But what is the best way to do that? Because if you're going to, I'm speaking on the women that are constantly on this independent chat, constantly on, I do my own thing. When you get hit or something major, violence is upon you, are you still independent at that point? Or do you want the man?
Do you know what's so crazy?
Join in is what I want.
Prior to coming on to the show, I had to obviously we all do some sort of research and whatever, just about relationships and just couples in general. Do you know that we are dealing with more single women than we ever have in history?
Yeah, of course.
As in,
yes,
we're dealing with more divorces, more single women. Families. And you know what's so crazy? Guys, I'll be real with you. There's more ways for people to get into relationships than there ever has been. Obviously, we have social media. We have... Yeah, that's the result
as
of...
in avenues.
There's more avenues for people to meet. There's more ways. Yeah. Before the world used to be... You have to go to a nightclub or
in your area.
Yeah, now you can meet people all around the world based upon interest and just the way how life is.
To that degree.
The world is smaller in regards to networking and socializing. Yeah. But more and more people have become disconnected because this whole concept of independence from a woman, like I said, we're in a liberal. I refer to this era where we're living in as a liberal era, and I don't think anything wrong with it. But we all gotta open our eyes.
There's pros and cons, basically.
There's pros and cons. Definitely,
say it's all good when we have to look at the other bad things.
And I feel like we really, really need to understand that. So when we talk about protecting our women, the truth is the real question is how do we protect our women?
Yeah, facts.
Because again, a guy going back to the whole.
I've got an answer for that, but
going back to the whole concept of if someone wants to go slap my woman, what am I going to do about it?
The natural response is to
the natural response is let me step in and protect her. But the other response is modern, like if I speak to maybe some guys that are 21, 22, they'll be like, no, she's on it, innit? She's get me. They'll tell me
they don't know
she's ready.
Receive it at that age.
Because at the end of the day, you got to understand.
Maturity comes into that.
Maturity plays a major role.
Perspective. But I'm trying to imagine for myself as a 20-year-old in the modern world.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm supposed to protect you, but all I get in every scenario is that I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you. Wouldn't that have some psychological effect to some degree?
It does have a psychological effect because what tends to happen is...
But then he gets punished if he doesn't.
And also as well, what you come to realize is women, a lot of women give the perception that they're tough and they're strong, and then when they get hit with real life, because there's another thing. There's another thing with the life in my head and how my life is, and then they get hit with real life. That's when they start becoming dependent. Or where's the man in my life? And also, again, one thing we have to highlight. I don't want to talk about this too much, but there's this whole concept of daddy issues. As in, father's not present in a woman's life, so she's feeling like she lacks something. Now, when we start talking about protection, we even have to go back to as far as the fatherhood aspect of. There's a lot of fathers that wasn't there to kind of guide their children, guide their daughters, and protect their daughters. So these daughters now have a lower bar of acceptance. So, for example, like a guy, because remember, one thing as well, the people that need to be protected are not just only, women that are in relationships or there's women that are not in relationships or women getting into relationships that are not even healthy for them or safe for them with people that themselves are not in the right place mentally and whatever, emotionally and whatever. So they get into this relationship and I refer to these relationships as dead end relationships. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah, it was dead from the jump.
Then when we start talking about protections, for example, say I'm a brother, obviously I have sisters. Obviously, fortunately for me, none of my sisters are in that kind of situation. But if my sister was dealing with a guy that I felt that, you know what, this guy's not going to bring anything positive to your life, how do I now, but she's like, I'm in love with him, he's amazing, he makes me feel good. How do I protect her from potentially what it can go to? You start to realize, bro, that protection that I want to give her, I should have given her ages ago. As in, I need to teach her how to make good decisions. Because at this point on, she's lost, bro. There's nothing I can say to her compared to the man that's digging her out.
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
crazy.
No,
I know it sounds
facts.
crazy, but the guy that's
Facts.
digmatizing her compared to brother, hey sis, let me take you to the calf and let's
Like,
go
nah.
eat. She's like, bro, this guy dignitizing me. He's
Basically,
saying his friend.
stigmatized is when women get swayed by the penis.
Yeah.
Fallacy.
That happens. Obviously, for those people that are sexually liberated.
We'll understand.
Yeah,
I get what you
we'll
mean.
understand.
So
So-
saying basically that it's too late when they're grown.
Yeah,
The
so that
starts from when
protection
they're
is,
young.
I feel like that word protection is limited depending on the nature of the relationship. Do you get? And that comes from the upbringing.
But one thing I do tell for the young men out there, the best way you can protect that woman is through your discipline. Back to that.
No, example,
Because-
living by a real life example. I
The
agree.
biggest person you have to protect her from is you. Who else? You're with her more than everyone else. You're the one that's interacting with her. You're the one that has her heart and her mind. Who is the most biggest threat to her? You are. Your lack of consistency is a threat. Your lack of holding your promises is a threat. You make it not showing attention is the threat. Those are the biggest threat that chip away at her existence already. Because she's putting you in a place where like, no, this is the one that's going to protect me. And then you start doing the same shit everyone else does. And I think that's where men go wrong in that space. And it's why I preach discipline so freaking hard. That's I say to guys, I'm like, when you're 21, 22, don't worry about no girl. Get your life together first. You're not even qualified. You're not even qualified. Most men are not qualified.
That's facts.
You're not qualified.
But women don't want a qualified guy. They want a ready-made.
But here's the thing. When I say qualified, I look at discipline as your qualification because you can be more consistent with things.
Do you know what's so
think
crazy,
before you
though?
do things because you're more organized when you do things. Not saying you're going to ever be discipline make you perfect, but it gives you a much more better
That
bedrock
is
of
such
foundation.
a good benchmark for a woman to look for. When you're dating a guy, this is from what I've gathered, because at the end of the day, guys, we're all learning from each other.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you guys leave your comments and whatever and wherever you need to leave them. But my point is this, is like, that's a very good point. When you're dating someone, what you actually, as a woman, should be, because obviously, you know, having daughters and stuff like that, you want to think, how can I guide my daughter?
Yeah.
Is, yo, study the guy's discipline, yo.
That is the move.
Study what he says. If I'm going to do this, or if I'm focused on this,
Let me
study that.
Let me give you a humbling story. This is how I realized why I swear I live by discipline. I told my daughter, I'm like, hey, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go McDonald's. We're gonna go Wild and Wacky. We get some toys. We want to get to the park. Yeah, she takes forever to get ready. It takes me about an hour and a half, blah, blah, blah. We go outside. I do everything. I'm bloody tired. Now it's time to go to the park. I'm like, babe, can we postpone the park to another day? Because daddy's been through so much going on. I'm exhausted, blah, blah. She wowed out on me in public. She said, I'm a liar in front of so many people at McDonald's.
Wow, this is a child.
First of all, my son is so embarrassed. He's underneath the table. He's all the way underneath the table. He's like, I can't even believe this is happening. She is barking in the middle of McDonald's. It was the most beautiful lesson I ever took. So beautiful, because I realized I am the last line of defense. If I make her used to men promising things and not delivering, it's my fault. So I felt embarrassed. I was ashamed, but it was the best lesson I could have taken. So now first, when my daughter asks me for this, I think about it. I'm not quick to say yes, I think about it.
Yeah.
But now it's create a mindset where I think before I tell a woman something. Because if I tell you I'm pulling up, I'm pulling up. Because I need you to trust in my word. Do you get what I'm saying? So that moment, it was embarrassing and it was heartbreaking to hear. And she's yelling.
Can I highlight something to you?
She's not whispering this in my ear. White people are looking at me crazy. Yeah, I'm an African man. They're looking at me crazy like, damn.
But bro, do you know what you just let me know though? Just in that moment, you just let me know that lesson of protecting a woman or understanding, bro, that had to come from your seed. That was a process.
Yeah, I'm going to what you said about it coming earlier. So when I'm dealing with my wife at the time, I'm looking at it from like, I need my daughter to see how you handle things firsthand. So the way I treat her, because this is the most important woman in her life. If I'm breaking her heart and making her upset, and I'm making her upset and I'm making her worried, and I'm doing all of this stuff, she's taking all of that in. That's all on her, because she's watching how my dad dealt with my mum. He didn't give a shit. I think about these things, because if you don't, when your daughter's growing up and she's doing madness, what are you gonna say? Because she's watching you. She's like, well, you didn't care anyway. What are you talking about?
Home.
Yeah, you didn't care anyway. So why you? Because that brought to like when Buzz was talking about from early. That's why I brought that memory. I was like, damn, like for early, I'm always so conscious. So it made me, okay, once a month, I have a daddy-daughter day and a father-son day. Individual days where they pick what they want to do. And I'm all the way involved the whole time.
No, hey, fathers, add that to your list because I ain't got that. I'm going to put that
but
one on.
I'm not a spontaneous romantic person, so I have to set structure. Same thing when I was married, same thing. At the end of the month, for the weekend, this is her time, whatever she wants to do, with or without me. You want to go away for yourself? Maybe I've been doing bad this month. When she goes away by herself, I know I've been doing bad this month because normally she wants me to come along. So if it's not working, I'm like, damn, I've missed out a couple of things, but at least she can look forward to that. My kids the same way. Discipline. If I don't have the discipline, how am I going to uphold this? So I think we have to think as men how much impact we have beyond just our individual wants and needs. Because as much as, you know, I love that quote that you always say, life is a big experience, because it is. I love that because it always puts things in perspective, that it's an experience. Then I sat home one time, I'm like, but what experiences am I creating for everyone else around me? Because I'm creating some experiences. I can't cheat on you, make you feel like crap, and tell you life's an experience. You should slap me at that point. Because I'm creating the experience you're having. So what I look at is like, you know what? What's my legacy is the people that know me and what are going for me. How much happiness have I left behind?
Facts.
How much sadness have I left behind? Back to the point of legacy, when you start accomplishing things, legacy is not just finance and material. Legacy is your character, what will be written on your tombstone. Man, people that show up and be like, yo, when you was around, shit was lit. Because that is the part really that's very powerful, do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's very important that, even as men, that when we go through things, we look at that. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you're around, was things together? Were you stressful? Were you this? Were you that? So we have to look at all these things and really assess them and look at, all right, if we're protecting women, powerful thing like you said, from the beginning. From the beginning.
And
from
you
your
know,
daughter, your sisters, whoever.
You know what else as well? I think
Your daughter or your sisters. Your sisters are very important. Your sisters, every brother, sorry to cut you, my bro. I just really have to emphasize this.
It's not necessarily blood sisters, like women you have in your network.
Women that you take seriously, you should always feel that you are their guardian in some sort of sense. They also, because women have a lot of knowledge. Women, emotional intelligence, you learn that from a woman. That's where you actually, as a man, you're
your
naturally,
initial teacher is supposed to be your mum to teach.
Yeah, your mum's meant to be your initial teacher. Then is your sisters, and then the women that you take on around your life.
That
Like a lot of
teach
guys
you
have
more.
female friends, like
Yeah.
girlfriends that are actually girls that are
Maturity
friends.
taught me that. When I was younger, I didn't think men and women could be friends.
Yeah, that's immature.
As time I got older, I was like,
I'm someone that obviously, you know, all my female friends, we have some sort of history. But, you know, as I've got older, I've learned that we can just, we don't have to have history. We can just have
it's like, no, it left. I didn't know where it was going.
Nah,
Like,
I just had
my
to be
friends,
real.
we just have history.
Nah.
I'm talking about, but it's good for guys to have platonic relationships because that woman has more to offer you than her vagina.
Yeah,
so
fact.
I'm like, bro, invest in female friendships because around guys all day, your guys always, your guys always going to take you to do the manly thing. But it's like sometimes you need that balance of emotional intelligence that you're talking about. I agree with that. What's your thoughts, Bryony?
Okay, I didn't.
Stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready, man. Stay ready. You're in the podcast. She's like, oh, me? Yes, you on camera. What?
just quickly while you collect your thoughts, I was gonna say, so with protecting women, it's not just like the physical stuff. Oh, there's a danger, someone coming to attack, and all of that sort of stuff. It's daily things. Them feeling like, do you know what, this person's on my side. This person's got my best interest at heart. This person looks out for things that I might have missed.
That's a good
Those are things that it's like feeling protected. Most of it is subconscious. It's not the obvious, oh, there's a glass smashed. Who's going to go downstairs with a baseball bat? That doesn't happen to that many people.
Yeah.
The daily stuff,
yeah.
that it's been a stressful day at work. They come home, they can speak to you. Even if you're knackered as well, you can actually
Holding space, innit?
yeah. And then maybe you then have your venting or whatever. But just protection, feeling cared for, feeling that, I think that's like the reverse nurture, because women are naturally more,
Gotcha.
But the other side of that is they want to then be able to feel like they're in a safe space, emotionally, physically, spiritually, depending on how they're wired. So it's so much of that, which is the daily stuff, not even
the day-to-day DNA. But that comes
Massive.
with that discipline. You're talking about masculinity is tied to your discipline, guys. You have to understand that. You can only,
They can show you vulnerabilities
Yeah.
without feeling like, oh, this guy is gonna. If I
make me
showed
feel
it,
like
he's
shite
gonna,
for doing it.
Yeah, he's gonna judge me. He's gonna think, oh, is
Yeah.
this girl a little
Yeah.
bit loopy? But like, they can actually feel.
Our language, you inspired me to understand our language. Like, oh, she's crazy. These dismissive tones that we use sometimes subconsciously.
Yeah.
We don't understand that these don't create safe spaces. Or you're
Exactly.
crazy, or you're always drama, or you're this, or you're that.
Yeah.
All of that is just reinforcing whatever insecurity she has anyway.
100%,
Do you understand what I'm
and
saying?
make that shell
Yeah.
even more, even thicker
become
and
ups.
more locked in.
You become ups because that soup used to be sweet.
Yeah. And then just
When
turns
the guys,
into
when the
water.
flavor of your stew starts to change.
Yeah.
Start talking to your
it's more
pastor.
water
bro.
than seasoning.
Yeah, like it used to bang out, it used to be banging, but now all of a sudden she's
Bit
like,
by
oh, I'm
bit.
tired. She ain't tired, bro.
100%. Yeah. It starts getting watered down.
Start
So
getting worried out. That stew used to bang once upon a time.
just
Nah.
create that safe space, man, in every way you can. It's like, obviously not to your detriment. It has to be for the right person that is
Yeah,
being
yeah,
reciprocated
for sure.
somehow. But safe
Appreciate
space emotionally is key. I think women will go through walls for you if they feel like you will do the same for them.
Facts.
The right woman
Yeah, fact.
feeling like this guy's got my best interest at heart. And it's not just, it doesn't, we touched on it already, it could be platonic.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be
doesn't have to
someone
be,
you're-
like-
just someone
I
that
missed out on
you
years.
really got their back and they feel, you can break things down to them, you can give them clarity, you can show them another perspective they might have not thought of. They might have wanted to jump out the window about a situation. When I say jump out the window, I just mean jump to conclusion. By the way.
Yeah. Jump to conclusion. Yeah, no.
So-
Hey, man, mental health. Years ago.
Yeah. So
Let's
let
get
me
that
be clear.
right.
Let me be clear. So, but you
Yeah,
say,
you're right.
have you thought of it, blah, 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 and they're like, oh, actually, yeah, you're right, but, and then it gives them another, to be able to deal with whatever it was properly. So,
That's peace.
those are the ways of really protecting on a day-to-day basis. And of course, the physical stuff, but again,
That's rare.
that doesn't,
Unless
yeah.
your missus is wild. Bryony, have you got your thoughts for us on protecting women? What you've
I
heard?
want to hear these women questions.
Yeah, we're gonna get to women questions
Yeah,
in a minute,
yeah.
but I want to hear from based on what you hear us saying. Are we on the money? Are we off? Is there other things that you think we miss that women talk about a lot as well?
No, I think everyone's given the right thoughts there.
Right thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we pushed mankind an extra 10 years. We're
Protect our women. Listen, women, we love you. We make this so men can be more conscious.
Yeah, that's
and
the whole point.
aware of their actions and their reasonings of doing things. Because, like we said, there's some men that their intentions are not always clear.
Yeah.
And it's not, I think, obvious initially for the man or the woman. Sometimes a man may feel like he's attracted to a woman and he wants to build something, and then once he goes there, he realizes maybe I'm not building the right thing, or maybe I don't actually want to build. So
Or
guys,
the buildings with the right person even.
yeah,
what
exactly.
you're saying.
And also as well, one thing that I have to highlight is a guy's only going to protect something he values. That's another thing. Is,
Yeah, because you said it earlier, money and family.
yeah, people only, I'll say guys and women only protect things they value. So if I don't value something, I'm not going to protect it. I'm not going to, and
It doesn't happen naturally.
Sometimes the action is visible. So sometimes you hear a lot of women saying like, I don't feel he's there for me. I don't feel he's this. At that point, that guy might not actually be there for you. He might not value in the way that you feel that you value them. So that's something to reflect on and look at as a person or as an individual, or as a couple. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are your values? Values play a very big role in any relationship.
That's true.
Because what I might have a certain value and you might have a certain value. If our values don't align, then we're
Yeah,
not
it's
going to
dead.
be on the same page.
Dead.
So I think values is something you definitely need to look at
Yeah.
and look into and make sure that you guys have the same values in life. And also, if you haven't discussed that with your partner or someone that you are with, just ask them. Like, they may not even know themselves. That's the truth. Like I always say to Joe, life is one big experience. So what that means is that we're constantly learning and learning from living. You have to live to learn. You can't learn by just lying in your bed. Actually, you can lie in your bed and learn. There is YouTube and internet and all this other stuff. But what I'm trying to
Experience is key.
what I'm trying to say, experience is when you actually attempt something and then you can now know the results of it.
Yeah, maybe you fell
Prior
from
to
it,
that,
or
it's just an idea.
Right.
So there's ideas and there's experience. They're both the same thing, but they're both not the same thing. So that's what I'm gonna leave them with.
Do you know what? I'm over here crying because I'm freaking coughing in that. But You know what? I think a lot of powerful things you've said there, and it's honest and it's real, man. And I think we can't help society if we're not being real and having real conversation and learn. Because obviously this podcast was designed to help men learn how to be better men. You know what I mean? How to be more efficient in their society, how to contribute, not be a problem, but be a problem solver. But not all men know how to do that. So this conversation just to give men different perspectives. We're not saying, oh, I'm right.
Yeah, we're not here to judge.
Yeah, we're not here to judge. No. We're here to lay out the spectrum and have a real conversation, because one big mistake I hear women tell me is that, why sign up for the job knowing you can't do it? And I'm like, well, I don't think they know they can't do it. That's the revelation for both of you. Like, both of you figured out that he can't do it. And the reason why he can't do it is because of lack of discipline. Simple as. That's before you take on any responsibility, have the discipline first. So that's what we're gonna speak on that. Now, one of my favorite parts of the show is Ask a Man.
Ask a Man.
Our lovely Bryony is gonna have some questions for us that we're going to answer respectfully and with compassion. Always answering with respect and compassion. And so while we're looking forward this week, who we got?
So we'll go with.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna get a little sip.
What are
something nice? You know what I'm saying?
What are your female icks?
Female icks. Woo.
Joe, you go first.
I go first.
You know, usually I go
cool.
first. You go first.
You know, being ungrateful is an ick for me.
Yeah.
I'm a giver, so when I don't see great gratitude, it bothers me. When you don't listen, that's an ick for me. I can't.
Making a list or saying one?
No, it was, I don't. Icks with an S. Icks, I had that S. Was it ick or S with an X?
You can give a few.
Oh, okay, then let's stop there because I know one when I see one.
Don't get carried away though.
That's two. Now, physical icks or just like personal icks?
Just in general.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely lack of gratification. Yeah, definitely that. Secondly, negativity, just being negative all the time.
Oh, yo,
Massive
preach,
ick,
hey,
man.
preach.
I can't wake up to that. It's a hard task.
Optimistic to be dealing with
it's a hard task to get up every day and try to be positive in this world. It's just difficult. And you're not going to be positive every day. The last thing you need is your partner adding on to that negativity. So yeah, I'll just leave it as two. I'll say just lack of appreciation and just being negative all the time is an ick as well. As far as personality is concerned, it's about physicality. That's a whole different conversation, but I'm gonna let Buzz take over for a second.
Yeah, let's keep it to
my
behavior.
icks. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not very.
Bro, name these icks, man. I'm not very what I've considered. Shut up. Give me the icks, bro.
Cool. My icks. I think so. Obviously, just for clarity for everyone around the world, because we've got so many people listening around the world. Obviously, when we refer to icks, we're talking about things that annoy us, right?
Yeah, things that are turn-offs.
Turn-offs, going back
right?
to red flags almost.
Yeah, ick is a red flag. No, is it? Wait.
What would you say ick is from a female perspective?
It's not red. It's a red flag.
I don't know how to describe it.
Something that's
annoying.
It's like a niggling put off, isn't it?
Like, yeah, and like turn off. And so for me, if I was to talk about men, it'd be like a guy on an electric scooter or like someone with long fingernails, like those kinds of things.
That's like 50% of the guys. Because I know if I brought an electric scooter here, everybody's gonna let me go around.
Guys, this is why I tell guys, you need a man cave and you need man time.
Yeah,
to yourself. Because if you're doing it in front of your bruh, she gonna find it ick. She gonna love you because she love you, but she gonna look at you like
grown ass man on a scooter.
She's judging you, bruh. She judging you. She love you, but she judging you.
I get that.
Okay, cool. That's
using a scooter as a transport, bruh. We need to talk about that.
What basicule?
But
no. Well, no, you can have a
she
bike.
Don't care about
No, wait. You can have a bike, but if it's a fold-up bike or an electric
bike.
Oh my god. Engineer's out. He's like, I'm out.
He's like, my fold-up bike is downstairs.
Next to my scooter.
My icks, I think, from a lady is I can't stand a woman that doesn't know how to communicate effectively. Shouting is almost like you swinging your dick in my face. I'm gonna be like, ew. It's like, why are you shouting? No, because it's like I can't stand women that feel that they need to shout like unnecessarily. You know what I'm saying?
But it feel like you didn't listen the first time.
Yeah, I get that.
But you know what?
I get that. But this shit ain't gonna work.
For me, that's icks. personally, that's it.
It's like, fair enough.
I like women.
They're not major though. Icks aren't major. That's like quite serious. I think icks are kind of minor, little.
Yeah, nigga.
Oh, no way.
I want to change mine. Then mine were a bit more intense.
I don't think shouting is actually the end of the world. I just think it's lack of communication and control. Like, so it's not, to me, it's like if you start shouting at man, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, you started shouting. Like, to me, it's an ick. It's like, stop that. Calm down.
Yeah.
You need to go take a breather and then come back.
And nobody hates being told to calm down as somebody.
No, I'm the worst. If you're mad, I'm gonna put that fire, that petrol, that everything. You need to not come with me that energy.
Yeah.
I'm someone that whatever energy you give me, I'm gonna give you back personally. This is my own personal thing.
Yeah.
So if you come to me like, listen, you really let me down, I will be feeling that. Especially when you're talking calmly, you really let me down. Oh shit. When you come like, you fucking I was like, oh yeah, me, yeah. Ooh, see what you noticed me.
I will let you down even more.
I'm about that. So, and it goes back to like understanding who you're dealing with. Like everyone deals with things. I'm someone that I feel like I've come through the fog and the fire and all these things. So I'm super chilled. Anyone that comes to them is like, wow, this guy's too chilled. Like some people are like, oh my God, they just stabbed that guy down the road. I was like, oh man.
Oh wow.
People, like, I'm
what
just
a shame.
super chilled. So I think for me personally, the ick is like, I'll say energy. Your energy is really important to me. Like if you come to me with the right energy, if you come to me with the wrong energy, that rubs me the wrong way. I can even hold you to that. Like, oh no, I don't want to hear from them. Like, they're sorry now. The one thing I don't appreciate, again, going back to icks, is when someone's sorry for something, but they're not really sorry for it. They're just saying it because they need. Don't tell me sorry. I'd rather you tell me.
Don't say sorry. Make adjustments.
Yeah,
like, real sorry is the adjustment.
Like, and that's the best. And also, one thing that I do, if you say to me, bro, you did this thing and I don't like it, the first thing I'm gonna say to you is, this is ironic.
Sorry. You gotta say sorry.
No, but I'll be like, I'm sorry, but you know what? I've heard that. I didn't understand that this thing rubs you the wrong way, so I'm gonna deal with this moving forward. Another thing that gives me the ick from women is when they make excuses for the wrong they've done after explaining them. That's a violation to me. That might not be a violation to you, but that's a violation to me. But they're trying to justify. Don't justify. Just accept.
Sounds like to me.
Yeah.
That you have insecurities.
No, it sounds like. Yeah, that's what it be sounding like.
What I'm hearing.
Yeah. But I'm like, yo, what you did to me, I don't personally like that.
I'm telling you, it's an ick, bro. Like, it's not.
That's it. Yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it with that because the list ain't that long. I'm a simple guy. You get me? So yeah.
Next question.
Just come with the right energy, please.
Do you guys gas each other up before first dates?
What, guys, girls, or guys?
In the group chat.
No, of course I'm gassing my boy up if you're going on a date. Yeah, I'm gassing him up, bro. I'm like, I might check my guy. I'm like, yo, is the sauce making sense? Like, yeah, bro, that making sense. Oh no, that's too much. But yeah, I think it's good because back to I said something earlier about not every man goes on a date and gets appreciated. Do you understand? So I wanted to go in with the right confidence. So if my boy I'm like, yeah, bro, like, what you wearing? What's up? Like, it's not a bad thing. Yeah,
I think
it's very common. I
don't know about women and men, but women, I feel like we're very.
We don't overdo it though. We don't delusionally.
We're very open with dating. So in the sense of, if I'm dating a particular girl, I can show my guy and I show him where my mindset is.
Yeah, straight.
You know, I'm a wife this one. I'm gonna see how this goes. I'm a build. Oh no, she ain't never getting the ring.
Hop in and hop out.
Your guy, your guy kind of knows everything. I think with guys because this is kind of how the women want to know how men think.
Yeah.
So how we think is the truth of the matter. I'll tell women this. This is a key advice. Don't take it to. If you don't want to take it, don't take it to. Your boys, the guy that you like's friend is very important.
Yeah.
Very important. If that guy don't like you, he gonna mess you up every single time. I told you about her.
Yeah.
Oh, she's invest in the friend. Now, don't be interested.
Invested.
Just be invested.
Don't be interested in it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's how a lot of
I'm gonna give you that
a lot of things happen.
That's how a lot of things happen. Don't be invested.
Don't be interested.
Don't be interested.
Just be invested. Oh
no, but bro, it's such a
simple.
simple. Bro, I always tell people, if you really like the girl, find out who the friends, who her influences are around her, and you gotta make them feel good about you. Like, why are you out here? Like, nah, I just want to deal with the girl. Yeah. Like, you gotta look at the whole. So that makes sense. That makes all sense. But yeah, we do. Like, why not? It's like, bro, like, dress, the drip. I see the drip. Yeah, bro, you're correct. Go do what you're doing. I don't think there's anything wrong. We don't do it to delusional levels, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Because we'll be like, bro, stop that. You can't afford that. Relax. Why don't we try this?
So on that same
try to
note,
be more practical is my thing. Whereas when I listen to my sisters gas each other up, it's like there's no limit.
that's what I was about to say.
There's no limit.
I was literally about to say that. On that
No
same
limit.
note,
It's
on
like-
that same note, I feel like a lot of
Let's
women.
limit this stuff. Man.
Again, women, I know, don't come at me. I'm just talking about my own experience and my own life. But I feel like a lot of women, they do this word that they use as well. This is common in social media now. It's called gaslighting. Yeah. Can I get from a woman's perspective what gaslight? Because I've got what I think gaslighting is, but from a woman's perspective, what is gaslighting?
That is a good question.
We're
It's hard
gassing
to.
up people in the group, by the way.
But gaslighting is a term.
Yeah, it is. But I mean,
But what is gasslighting?
basically,
Someone
gaslighting is like saying, but which I don't understand. Someone's shouting, you tell them to calm down. You're gaslighting. It's like you're shouting at me.
That's what I'm saying.
No, so that would be
that's what I wanna
if you're
understand.
using it in a petty way.
Do
So
that all the time. They're shouting
Yeah.
at you. All right, I hear you. Oh, you're condescending. You're mansplaining. Like, no, I'm not.
yeah,
You're
so that
shouting
would
at
be
me.
in a petty way,
You're
but it
shouting at
would
me.
be. It's so hard.
Oh,
to
is it one
explain.
of
I
Keep
thought
going. Is it one of the
gaslighting
things like
was like
that?
you lying to me.
No, for gaslighting,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
basically
you're baiting
if-
someone into more of their emotional. Like, for example, if she said, oh, you've done this, and you say, sorry that you feel like that. It's like a gaslighting. You're not taking accountability to say, sorry, I made you.
I can't keep up with a lot of the
I know.
social media terms.
That's what I got asked.
Narcissist has been completely bastardized from what it actually means.
A whole
Everybody
diagnosis.
knows.
Yeah, literally. So
You can't be like, oh, my arms look big in this top. You narcissist.
yeah.
It's like, whoa,
You can't win.
No.
Yep. So
But this is Bryony will say that people use it pettily, but there is real gaslighting. And I thought the best
Yeah.
example I could come up with is she said to you, oh, you've done something. Instead of saying like, I'm sorry I made you feel that way, which is the accountability level, you say, I'm sorry that you feel.
Okay, that's
gaslighting
understandable.
because
Yeah.
You're not taking the route of accountability to say, I'm sorry I've made you feel this way. You're saying,
That to
sorry,
me goes back to
you
language
feel-
and interpretation.
No, but it's not. But look at it, bro. If you do something, if someone does something to you, there's a clear distinction between someone saying, bro, sorry I made you feel that way. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to even do that to you. Versus, sorry, Buzz, that you feel offended. Bro, I'm being condescending. I'm sorry. There's no interpretation about it. That's condescending.
Gaslighting is condescending.
No, I'm not saying gaslighting is condescending, but part of being
Kind of
gaslighting
it,
is
yeah.
condescending. You're overlooking the person's emotions, or you're baiting them more deeper into their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Or you're being manipulated.
That's
All
cool.
these things
Yo,
can be
I got a
formed.
real life lesson. I didn't understand that because
I might have
in
been
that
fucking right.
the reason
Almost.
why I've asked that was
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of women gaslight each other. Like, for example, you meet this guy, had an amazing day with him. You and this guy together are amazing. Then you go break that thing to your girls or the group chat, and they're like, oh my God.
Now he's gone down.
That guy didn't do what? He didn't buy you this? No. He ain't the one for you. I know you.
Meanwhile, you had a great time.
No, but the girl will tell you.
I know you.
A girl will tell you, I know you. He ain't for you.
It is.
Now,
But
for me, that's
then
blocking
that's
blessings.
almost, I would say, kind of jealousy. Maybe the person.
yeah,
that's
misery
saying that
loves
to you,
company.
That's
They're
what I
trying
realized,
to
but
bring
women, a lot
you
of women,
down.
That's why I say I refer that phrase or that kind of friend called blocking blessings. I'll save out my number before it's
But
blocking
the problem
blessings.
is the problem is
Because what
that's her
happens is-
closest friend, bro.
That's
You have
the
to find a way to
problem.
navigate
But
through that.
No, but this is what I love about
But
like.
navigate through that.
Do you know what? Because I look at my life, like obviously, my life has been up and down, but I look at like I had different friends at different stages of my life, and my friends are based upon the stages of my life. Obviously, you're like my life friend. Like I'm gonna know you too.
Yeah, from
You get me?
wherever.
But then I've had friends that I've been I see them
Closer
every
than
day. I talk
close.
to every
Or like-
minute. But bro, I can't even talk to them right now because mentally we're in two different places. But I feel like a lot of women, they just have friends because they've had friends. Because whatever, again, I don't want to stereotype. Obviously,
No,
this don't.
this is in his mind, but this is what we assume.
Yeah. This
don't say we're
is
right.
what men assume.
But
so
this is what a lot of
this is
men
what I
assume.
refer to as a lot of women have met guys that are right for them, but based upon the people they have around them,
Facts.
that they lost that or they've lost what driven the guy or what attracted them to the guy is that, oh, he ain't worthy of your love. But they don't even know the guy.
Because they're projecting their own
Yeah.
They're
self-esteem.
their own self-esteem.
And they've got your ear, could have been your friends for 10 years, because like, who you going to believe? The guy
Yeah.
or the
To
Yeah.
some degree.
Yeah, for
yes,
me, I think that's
but-
I think that's the thing that is worth discussing. I think women should really
All right, cool.
take a
Bryony,
look.
what's your thoughts as a
Yeah,
woman here?
please, yeah.
So to some degree, yeah, I think maybe you might have a
Sometimes.
friend that is always that
you
slight
tell the difference,
negativity. Yes.
No, that's good.
Yes.
And women tell the difference between who the
Yes.
friend is.
No,
If
only when the
you-
guy pisses them off. Because if the guy pisses you off, The guy pisses you off, and then that girl's like, I told him,
But then,
you're right.
but then you shouldn't put that in the group chat. If you're having an argument with your man, you shouldn't be projecting that to everyone because then...
Give you their 2 cents.
Yeah.
Tell them in the camera, please.
Tell them down in the camera. Went to the camera and let them know.
Because then every time something happens, it's going to be, well, I told you he was this, or, oh, do you remember when he did this? It should have told. Right. So you should keep it between you two. You can tell people maybe you had an argument, but it's how you then deal with it, how you then repair that argument.
That's why. So, that's quite layered as well, isn't it? Because you as the friend, you're being there for your friend. Your friend makes up with their partner,
and now
you've grown and built up this feeling towards the partner. They're cool again, and you're still there thinking, all right, where does that leave me? So all you have to do is just listen, and just be, oh, okay, cool. Well, I hope
that friend don't like the man. I don't like him. Listen,
that's what I'm saying. Because of what they'll
tell you, I don't like my girls. I don't like my friend's man. That why? He's a dick. He did this back in the day. It's like, whoa.
But your friends,
you're so invested in their relationship.
Yeah, that's your friends back in the relationship, though.
Feelings for a guy you don't even know.
That's it.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, let me know.
Obviously, there's levels to it. There's levels to it.
Yeah. We can stay on this one today, bro. Because every man's gone through that rubbish.
Trust.
I say that blocking blessings. Blocking blessing, please stop, man.
Go on. Next question.
Okay, next one. Do you boast about things that your girl does in the, you guys?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
You want your friend to think that your girl's good, though. You want to feel like I caught a good fish. Oh my! Okay.
Fish.
What you say? You lie?
Where that out?
No, obviously, what I mean by that is I found in the ocean of.
Get away from the ocean, bro. Get back on land.
Get
back on land, bro. Still in the ocean.
I mean, my whole point is this: you want to feel like you found the right branch to grow with. Okay, I'm out, bro.
Do you both? Yeah, like, do you know what? Here's the funniest thing. Here's something I learned. Here's something I really, really learned. Yeah, is that when I'm around I've got friends groups of just rich guys, and I've got my brothers. You lot, I trust my.
Hey, well, rich guys as well. I'm in two groups.
You know what I'm talking about?
Got me.
You know what I'm saying?
That's for the viewers. I'm in two groups.
Well, I'm talking about, I'm mature.
Yeah, the multi-millionaires. The 50-year-olds.
Everyone's got them. You've got rich friends.
Yeah.
JB got rich people.
I know.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're older than us. Yeah, I'm in both. So basically, what I realized is that one of the things that stood out to my rich friends is that the things they brag about from their wife is the family-oriented things they do. So they will sit there and be like, you know what? They start reflecting on their own self. They're like, you know what? She's been doing this with the kids. You know what? I want to surprise her with a trip to Dubai and because they recognize like, wow, she's been holding it down.
Yeah.
Because something that men value is a woman that can hold it down, yo. Oh my God.
But I don't complain.
Like, just hold it. Yeah, just hold it down. Not necessarily. Unnecessarily.
Sorry, my bad.
Yo.
A woman that doesn't complain unnecessarily.
Sometimes they complain because you're doing some stuff that.
Yeah. Facts.
But what I'm saying, what I'm talking about is just holding it down means that, look, she's really in partner mode. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, I know she prefers me coming up before 12 or whatever the case may be, but she understands and like, you know what? This is his dream, so he's got to do blah, blah, blah. And in turn, I respect that and not do no crazy stuff. I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
But just holding it down just means that just be understanding. I think the word I'm looking for is more understanding, because holding it down is too broad. But understanding, it's so beautiful when you're with a partner that understands. Because understanding is rare. No one owes you understanding. So when you do get it from someone that actually says, you know what? I don't feel right this, but I understand to some degree, but I'm gonna still bring it up with him. That's all love, because you're factoring my side. Because one thing I realized is that, you know, for me, I brag about things like even being cooked for. I brag about that. Because everything else is not really braggable. Okay,
the food gotta be good though.
but just the fact that you
It's not the effort. Guys ain't bragging about effort.
They don't brag about effort.
They're bragging about taste.
It's true. It's true. They
gotta
don't brag about effort.
I gotta
It's
let
true.
you know. I ain't gonna
He
do
made
that
the
to
effort, but if you don't bang, he ain't really finna brag about that. He can be grateful, but he's not bragging about that.
I've had meals
But-
where I just, oh my God, it's so amazing.
Yeah, he just
I ain't tell my boys.
yeah, tell your boys like, yeah, that's good. That's your fire.
I remember I had a vegan breakfast. Anyway, let's.
Anyway, we talk about it. So, but you know, what was I saying?
lives in the-
Boasting.
There we go. So wait. So I realized the stuff that they boast with is like, oh, you know, she helped you with something that was important to you. Like, you know, say you're a producer in the studio.
Yeah.
Just what I'm saying. Imagine one day. I'm just giving an idealist scenario. Imagine one day. The girl comes and like, you know what? I was speaking to one guy, yeah. He says he does beat packs, blah, blah. I bought like 10 of them. I was like, my guy makes Afro beats and this is where he's at right now. Bro, that will melt you more than anything.
She's buying somebody else's.
No. This is what I'm saying. She heard a beat pack somewhere. She said, my partner would love to sample some of this stuff because she's taking the time to listen to what you do.
I feel you.
Do you understand? So I prefer if she comes and be like, you know what? I've just been working on this business or whatever. I've done some research and blah, blah, blah. Like, Joe, you know what? I found blah, blah, blah. This is cheaper than that, actually. I've actually called the guy already. Bro, that shit might make me cry. Because at the end of the day, you've taken the time to find what I find important away from you.
You know what that sounds like?
Away from you. Because normally, it's within her realm. So when she steps out and away from her realm to what
And it's completely for you.
completely,
Yeah.
that stuff
That
make a
sounds
man
like she's
emotional.
invested, not interested.
This is what I'm saying. She's not interested, but she's invested. So I'm saying those things I've heard a lot of rich guys, African guys brag about because she didn't have to. And he was happy with her not doing it. Like, I'm already doing my thing. So if you do it or not, it's all good. But the fact that maybe she saw you at work. Like, I used to watch these things on TikTok and it really moved me. Like, the guys at work, stuff like that. And the woman will come and bring him like lunch. I'm like, I know it's gone cold by now. I want it to be hot. And I see the guys cry like, I get it. I so get it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, how many men can say that? How many men can say, I was at work and my wife came and she knew my food was going to be cold. She brought me a hot one. How many guys can say, you know what, bro? To be honest, I should have done A, B, C, and D. And she said, you know what? I know you're tired. Just do it tomorrow. That little bit of... that I can't explain it. I don't know if you guys can help me. That little bit of just like...
Do you know what it is?
Out of her own selfless... That selfless...
Like empathy.
Yeah, I guess so, but I mean...
To a certain degree. I feel like...
Maybe, break it down,
not to cut you, but
break
I
it
feel
down.
like women expect men to be understanding and empathetic. But men, we don't expect that from women. Like I said, we
don't set the standard, but something you said earlier is that we don't think we are allowed to set some standard, bro. It's like,
so when a woman
don't
does
set
out
no
of the norm,
standard.
like,
just
even going back to, sorry to cut you again, but going back to the whole thing about would you allow a woman to go halves on a thing?
We don't allow women to do anything. Women do what they want.
Exactly.
We don't allow
I've been in a
women to do
situation.
anything.
A woman said to me, "Oh, let me go halves on a meal." I'm like, "Oh, that woman is the woman I'm gonna go tell my boys about, not the woman that. Oh yeah, because the reason why is because she's broken the whole my perception. Guys constantly want to get their brains blown. When their brains are blown, they're gonna share that.
Basically, I'm saying that guys would like to have those moments that really stand out.
Yes.
Out of the rest.
Anomaly.
An anomaly. Ain't not like an anomaly. So
that's the only thing they're bragging about.
Yes, we're bragging about. That's so. Do
you know what?
Guys brag about anomalies. We don't brag about what everyone else is doing. So I've never been in a circle, and take this as you will, and a man's told me, you know what, bruv, I can't believe she got a job, you know? She got a career, bro. Like, she got a degree, you know? She came first. I really ain't seen that as the forefront of his brag. His forefront of his brag is like, you know what, bro, like, she takes care of man. Like, she actually knows I'm going gym this week. She meal prep, man. These anomalies is what men brag about. So that's the answer to that. Like,
do you know what?
Land on JP and there we'll go.
Just to add to that as well, I think, we're using the word boasting, but just being quite boastful about your partner to your friends, it sets that it's actually cool to be in a nice relationship. Because most times,
that's a good point.
When you reach a certain level of maturity, you kind of want to show, do you know what? I did this, I did that, and then my missus.
Benefits of being in a relationship.
Yeah, the nice side to it. Because I think stereotypically,
3 meals a day.
Stereotypically, some women think some men, or men in general, just talk about, oh yeah, I got this girl and I did this and I did that in like
I know what you
the
mean.
derogatory type of way. When really there's the other side where there's the mature side. Yeah, do you know what? My missus, I didn't even say anything to her. She just blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That part.
Those things. Sometimes you might even be saying it to like a younger friend or something that maybe they're not in a relationship yet, but they still gallivanting and all that.
Yeah.
They can have that mentality of actually, I guess it's not like I'll be tied down. There's the nice side to it. So
that's so powerful.
Making it cool.
That's so powerful because I think when men look at marriage, we are looking at those things. Like when the beauty is faded and this ain't the thing for me, the sex is not
Those
1,000.
are the things
it's
that-
like, can I depend
The
on
little
you
things that count.
when my knee's hurting and my back can't move? Can I depend on you to bring me a meal, or is it gonna be an argument?
Yeah.
So it's those sort of things. When we say, "Oh, make me a sandwich," all those things, I think women are so used to hearing it in the derogative term. In reality, it's really just understanding that, okay, this woman put her ego aside, her pride aside, and care about me to some degree, and vice versa. I'm only speaking of this in reciprocal terms. I'm not
100%,
because
everything.
Like I said, a good man's always want to make your life easier.
Yeah.
He's going.
It doesn't work one
he's
way.
He's gonna look at where it's uncomfortable for you, and it's nothing to him.
Yeah.
And especially if you're a guy that's, once again, get your shit together, because these things become easier.
Mm.
Yeah, because imagine you broke as hell, you were stuck somewhere. What are you gonna do?
That's it. Yeah.
So why not put yourself in a position where it's like you can either drive there because you got a car, or you can be like, hey babe, let me send you some money. Just guys, your vision and where you're going should always be number one. Should always be number one. And then when a woman comes along and she starts to help in her own way of being here,
Not hinder.
and she's helping that vision, then she can become a priority
part.
in that space
Yeah,
as well. Because you know when she's here, this vision's
It's an
better.
addition. It's an addition
You
rather
understand
than
what
a
I'm saying?
submission.
But
Yeah.
what happens is guys are so excited just to be in a relationship. Babes, do what the hell you like from top to bottom. But it's like, hold on a minute, my boy.
Subtraction.
It's okay if you
Right.
say, you know what, I would like this for once in a while. Yeah? If she starts acting up, oh, when did you like, you should really think about that. Like, wait a minute. You upset because I want something? But it's the way we are conditioned as men that you're supposed to just sit there and be like, you're a good man if she just has all the freedom in the world. I'm not saying put on the control and blah, blah. I'm just saying it is okay if you're out there as a man and you want boundaries. It's okay out there as a man if you want to say no. It is okay if you're being true to your manhood and being able to say this is what, in a respectable manner. Not, oh, I'm a man, blah, blah. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I think women, what I'll land on to, so we can move on to the next question, is that women need to understand something very, very simple. What you're describing as manhood right now, it's not really manhood. It's tyranny to some degree. Tyranny is the abuse of power. When men have power, when actual men have power, everybody's okay. When men are tyrannical about the tyrannical, mean that when the abuse of power, that point you're not even a man yet, because actually being a man, if you look at indigenous societies across the world, the man is you gotta be ready to die for this woman. Yeah, you gotta be ready to. So I love that meme when Anthony Joshua slaps your woman on the bum. What are you gonna do, bro? You gotta sit there and be like, man, how much do I love? That's when it starts to become clear how much you love this woman, because you have to really calculate who this. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And life tests you.
A life test. That's why I'm like, I don't bother getting in a situation with women I don't care about. Because why? Because I might be in a scenario where I might have to, and she might have to find out the cold way. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm much rather just, hey man, let me do a woman I actually care about, that I'm willing to take punches for. And if I got to put myself in that category every time, I want to set boundaries, because you're gonna get me into some shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I want my son to know that he's okay for you to have your boundaries. Don't let the world shame you because you don't like
That's the
certain
thing.
things.
Literally.
Like,
don't be shamed.
Don't be shamed because you.
It's okay to be an individual.
It's okay to be an individual. Next question.
Yeah,
Our last one.
That was a good one.
Okay. Do you respect a woman if she sleeps with you on the first date?
I'll answer that.
First date.
Yes, I respect a woman. That
Can I
will
ask you
sleep with
something?
me
How
on
many
the
women that you slept on the first date did you wifey? Where's my hat? Where's the cap at?
on the first date
Cap at.
that I wifey?
I'm
See,
the cat
this is the thing. This is
I'm
the
the
thing.
cat police.
No, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep
What
it real.
woman? My question was.
Do you know what is? Do you know what
Did
it
you
is?
go on the first date?
I'll be real.
That she
From
made
my
a wife?
experience, women that I've slept with on the first date, it's them that has the issue, not me.
Oh, okay. So
You
we're
get
pointing
me?
fingers now.
Yeah,
nah,
no.
not
As
on this podcast.
in. There's a
Do
particular.
you still respect? And I want to quantify that word respect. Meaning, AKA, are you going to take us seriously after?
Yes, I am.
When we
So
say
you're
serious-
gonna speak to her again. You're gonna
Of
arrange
course.
to see
So
her
I'm
again.
asking you in a real way.
I,
how many?
do you know what it is?
I'll
I'll be real with you guys. I just
became
feel
your
that,
girlfriend.
I just feel that I'm a kind of guy that has a lot of game, and I have a lot of. No, hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like I have a certain type of energy in it. I feel like there's women.
I can't.
Okay, I'm talking about myself, or I don't know about everybody else. Or I gotta keep 100. I feel like I'm a guy.
Go on.
Women's told me before, like, oh my god, like, I feel like I'm in love with you. Like from the moment they see me, or maybe it's mannerism, maybe it's character, maybe whatever it is. And this is back in the day, shout out.
Soften up, blood. That's way back. Way back.
My point is,
We're uni.
But what I'm saying is, because obviously the question is, you gotta look when you ask these questions, I look about my life in general, and there's been times where I've had one because one night stand. First of all, a one night stand, I've had a few one night stands in my life. But when I ask guys, loads of guys ain't had one night stands. That's actually. You actually would be surprised. More women have had one night stands than men have had one night stands, which is crazy, but it happens. I'm someone that has a certain type of energy, so I've had quite a few one night stands. Yeah.
Let the record reflect. This guy is bopping and weaving the shit out of this question.
No, but hear me out.
Back to the question.
Okay, back to the question.
Are you gonna respect?
I will respect.
AKA take her seriously
and
wifey her.
See, that's
what women really want to know.
For me to wifey
you're not
any
asking
woman,
that for your random respect. What a woman is going to do with your respect? Are you going to take her on board as a potential partner and actually take her? That's what she's asking.
See, the first date.
First date, you slept, you smashed. Is she wifey after that?
That's a no.
So no, man. Come on, bro.
No, why it's a no, because I haven't done that as of yet. I've never
up to this point.
But it's so weird. It's because it's like, okay, cool, like. First date, like, it's the scenario.
It's
like,
no.
if you go on a first date
Buzz,
and you just... No, but hear me out.
No. He's not having it. He's not having it.
But hear me.
It's a no.
First date might be...
There is context.
No, look. First date, we just went to the cinema. Or we just went to the restaurant. It's like, there was no chance to smash.
Dog. If you smash on the first date...
Do you know why...
Are you going to wife her afterwards, bro? This is where we are at.
So far... no.
All right.
So far,
JP,
no.
can
But
you
I would.
Can you please weigh in, please, sir? I need to weigh in. Would you? Because I want to phrase that question properly, because that question is really meaning for the women out there. Because I told you this podcast, we're telling the truth with compassion and respect.
So
you smash on the first day. Is she on the list of wife material?
Yeah, it's nuance. There's nuances that it doesn't make it. So
I can't break it down.
Let's say, there isn't. Because let's say
guys, do I'm doing this? I'm just for the women out there.
Let's say,
I'm trying to get guys away from nuances and grey areas. Let's get to the cocoa of the matter. We slept with her the first day. You hit. Is she in a running place for wifey? It's really.
I know guys that have married girls.
I know more about other guys. We're asking the guys.
All
right, let's play the scenario.
Yeah,
look, you're out in a club. Yeah. You're chatting to maybe you haven't really even chatted properly, but the sexual chemistry is crazy. Yeah. Something happens that night.
Yeah.
That's different from maybe you bumped into someone in Sainsbury's, you took each other's numbers. Wait, Sainsbury's, we're not sponsored by Sainsbury's. Right? Look, just check it. So you get a number, you're chatting.
Yeah.
You're chatting for a few weeks, you probably every day. But I haven't met up yet.
That's not what we're talking about. You guys are slick.
It's still first date.
No.
It's still
first date, bro.
First date. I just gave two realistic scenarios.
To find, we are artists, yo. The beginning is that you smashed on the first date, meaning.
So what's the difference between you chat?
To me, that's not the first date.
Wait, first date.
No,
meaning
that's not fair now.
No, so what? You be talking to her for 6 months, and now
no one said 6 months. No one said 6 months.
Also, that's a very. I love what you did there because I haven't even seen that.
All right.
It's realistic.
Then you may go online.
All right, guys.
You may go online.
No. I'm not having it. No, I'm having it.
In this day and age, that happens a lot.
Man, them need time.
That happens a lot, bro.
Man, them need time. That's all I'm learning for this. We need time. The bottom line is we need time. Because the example they went to was to give themselves time. Because that's why they said, hey, I might be talking to you for a few weeks.
Okay, so let's change it then.
Yeah.
If you've been talking, say, for a week, right? You've been talking most days. You've gone for dinner, you've gone for drinks. It's now come
week
to
or
the
two.
end
Week
of
or
the
two.
night.
The first
We go two.
for drinks. That's calm. You could wifey her.
I said you could. This is
We're not talking.
See.
No, but there's no definite here.
Yeah,
Alright, so
they
the
really.
thing is what we've
There's no
learned.
definite here.
What I'm gonna wrap up and learn in this episode is that look, here's the reality of it. Women find definitive answers. Do not let guys spin the block. Definitive answers. All that is air to me. If I meet you on our first date and we're smashing, it'll be very difficult for me to take you seriously. And I'm just gonna keep it as that. I ain't got time for the nuances and all that stuff. Because all them nuances become real problems in relationships later, by the way. Don't deal with nuances. Let it be black and white is the best way to build relationships. Black and white. It's very simple. You ask me a question, I'll give you directly. It's difficult. It is difficult. If I'm being
He's
honest,
a rare guy. You see,
It's-
any woman that
and-
wants this guy, know
It's
you got
different.
1 in a billion. Because
different.
guys will give
I'm
you
gonna tell you
nuances
why.
because scenarios is hard to process unless you are going through the
But
process.
do you know what it is as well, Buzzin? Those two examples, like you're out in a club, you draw down a girl, and then
Smash
you
the
go
same.
back same night.
no to that. Let's be
Most
definitive.
likely, no. Yeah,
Okay, no to
but like the chances of you.
But-
Night
this
club is
time-
a different thing.
But if you
they
if you swap numbers,
That's what I'm saying.
you haven't gone on a date yet, but you're chatting, you're getting to know each other, all of that sort of stuff,
what I'm saying.
and then you go out on that first date, and then something happens on that very first date you've gone on, but you've been chatting for a couple of weeks or a month
so
or
we're saying
whatever.
that either way, what we're saying is that
If you're sleeping with
if you're
someone
just in the
too
club, we met you
quickly,
there, and
love
then
what you said.
that's different.
You answered it, you
But
know.
if
Time.
so I'm saying I want
Guy
to be
needs
clear.
time
Guy needs time
to wifey a girl.
wife your girl.
But I feel like, again, for my thing, because you know what you're saying, where I think is a bit, I can't follow it 100%. One, I know people that have met women in the club and their wifey, they got kids and they're married now.
Yeah.
Then cool, we know a
Been
few.
in the club for sure.
Then another thing is holiday romance. There's people that go and
Yes.
meet their dream person on holiday. They literally never.
they're
planned to
gassed
meet
by
them.
the holiday.
They went on that one holiday.
Beach,
they went
sun,
to one club,
sea.
met this person or whatever,
Yeah.
or wherever they met them. I don't know where they met them. But-
Yeah.
I'll give you locations in Santorini. At
But,
this
yeah, but the whole
2015.
2015 on 40th Street. I was like,
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
What I'm saying-
I don't know.
Why I say this?
I don't know the location.
I'm not talking about me, by the way.
I don't know. So I heard. No, but they got on holiday. They found this person and they're feeling them like raw. And
No,
they-
but these are
Yeah.
these are in real
and
talk.
people really get with them, and they're
People
really in a
fall
long-term
love.
relationships.
Bruv, I've had summer flings when I was young. Like I really did. Like when I went to America, I was like, yeah, I was in love with this girl. I wasn't in love. I was fucking. It's a summer fling. But at that time, that felt strong. So I get it. Yeah, there are nuances to some degree. I think. What I'm just saying is like I think I want men out there to get in the habit of being direct, yo. We need to make that a thing. Be direct with it. Call a spade a mother spade. We know there's nuances.
How many girls is gonna ask you? Are you gonna wife me after this smash?
Loads.
But then that's what I'm saying. So
Loads.
they
Girls
won't
will ask.
ask you, but they might so they
Expect
might
it.
ask, but they'll go home and they'll be thinking, is he going to contact me?
That's what happens. That's what I'm
depends.
saying.
Was it smash?
I've been in an experience where, again, it's so funny because me and this person are friends now. Like I said, a lot of female friends. But I've been in an experience where I've literally talking to this person for time. We linked up. The girl was tripping. I did trip over her more. We did trip. We two did trip. You get. So then we hooked up. And then afterwards, she just said, "Oh my god!" She cut me off. I was like, "What?" I was thinking, "What's going on here?"
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
And she was like, and I think she's like, "Oh fuck!" I smashed him on the first date, and I was thinking,
Yeah. Oh yeah, girls do that. No.
yeah, she smashed. She cut me off because she
cut
smashed
you
me.
off.
Guilt,
Fuck.
guilt trip
me, though.
themselves.
Yeah,
they guilt
she-
trip themselves.
she
But
cut
you
me
know
off
the
because
flip
I was
side to
going,
this?
da, da, da.
The flip side.
No, I want it. Sorry, just for you land what you're saying, please.
Yeah.
But I'm basically for the audience. The reason why I came at that angle is because I want us to be able to set the foundation and then discuss the nuances and variations.
So what happens if a woman cuts you off? You had sex with her. Okay, well you said you weren't wife for a girl that you just have sex with, depending on the.
We had no time in between.
Yeah, if you had
No.
guys, remember the word is time. Or
Time in between.
the time.
No, because I'm speaking for my audience, because I'm looking at it from, if you're listening to us talk, you might think we're all just in one. I'm like, no, there is a clarification point, like he put. If it's just met in the club, then it's very hard to. Because once again, I'm judging like how many other guys. Because don't tell me
not
I have
impossible,
not done this
it's
before.
hard.
Really? You about to alley-oop? You about to throw this Hail Mary right now?
I don't usually do this.
And I usually do this, right?
No, that's they all slap. I don't usually do this.
But
You
some-
two, I don't usually do
You
this.
do-
Me neither.
None of us do this.
But look, you know the
It's a drink, don't blame me.
look, you know the flip side to it quickly, yeah? And then you get the flip side where some guys are blinded by the girl is somehow able to hold off. So they go on a couple of dates and then the guy gets gassed thinking, oh yeah, we've been on this many dates. This is definitely the type of girl that I should. She just played you. You just didn't see the.
Yeah.
So
There's no.
sometimes it's not
I love
always.
that, bro.
There's the flip side.
I gotta wait.
You go on 3-4 dates and well that and it doesn't automatically mean oh yeah, this is a girl to wife either. Because she might have just held out on
That's
that.
basically what we've all demonstrated here is that time is essential.
Guys, can I just throw a spanner in the works? Is sex important to you?
Yes, but that's a whole nother. We're gonna.
That's a whole conversation as well. That's a whole podcast episode.
Yes, but what we're saying, what I want to round
No guy
up,
likes a dead beat.
what we round, neither the women as well. That's another way to end up in that group chat.
Yeah.
Even nobody likes a dead
Nobody.
beat.
Yeah.
But what we've learned in that segment is that okay, time is a factor. You gotta let time go in. That's just good judgment. Like you can't just be. You understand what I'm saying? And I think. There's nothing wrong with meeting someone and having that chemistry on holiday or wherever you are. As long as it's consensual, it's all love.
Yeah, of course.
You understand what I'm saying? But also, if you're a woman that's dating with intention or you're at that stage in your life where you're ready to actually find someone, on the first date is not the way to go forward. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think give time. If you've not been talking on the phone for like a couple of weeks, month, and the vibe is just there, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I just think from a male perspective, once again, a lot of guys are just thinking like, bro, I can't. If you're just gonna just do that for me, am I that special? I know, I'm not.
Yeah, some
I'm
guys
not.
do.
No matter what you say, I don't feel that special.
Yeah, fact.
I don't. And the second thing is that, yo, if you're gonna smash other guys on the first date and the man knows it, they're gonna look at things sideways like, what, you wanna be holy on me? Because some men think like that as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Some men do think
Some
that.
men do think like that. Not saying all men do, but some men, just giving everyone a
But
perspective.
most guys think they're special.
They're special, yeah. They be thinking they're
She
special.
don't do this for everybody.
But yeah, she did it for me. But in
must
reality,
have
it's
done
like,
it for me.
that's why I'm gonna land on this meme. The funniest meme that will bring this all to a thing is like, don't worry, your soulmate is smashing someone else at the moment. So don't worry, guys. Yeah, she's coming. She just caught up in some love triangle. Like, yeah. She's gonna go back to him first for a couple of more months, but she's gonna be yours by December.
Bruh.
But guys, thank you very much, lady. Thank you very much, Bryony, for being here.
Thank you.
It's been another great episode. So much learned, so much spoken about that is real. You know, there are nuances to things, but I think the main lesson here is like, yo, let's start having more direct answers and conversation with each other as humans out there in the dating world. Don't let too many nuances become the standard. Let the facts be the facts and then discuss how they vary in different scenarios. But it's been another great episode. It's been great, man. One love to everybody watching.
One love. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, subscribe. Buzzin the Producer. What's the social?
Buzzin Producer. BUZZIN Producer.
You right?
I don't need to spell it for you guys. You guys know it.
No, it is already. So, Joe Dash World on Instagram. Bryony, where you can find you?
Joe Dash World. Hey!
Joe Dash World now.
we global now.
Yeah, we're global now, baby.
Bryony Scarlett. That's
in the
it.
Spell it.
BRYONY and then Scarlett double T.
And my brother off camera. How can they find you?
It's in the description.
You're not going to.
It remained anonymous, but it's been another great episode, man. I appreciate it. Don't forget, Blue Therapy is available on E4.
Indeed.
Go watch that stuff. You know what I mean? And this is the continuation of our conversations of what I be thinking. So if you want to know what I be thinking, this is exactly what I be thinking. You see my face on TV, but this is how I be thinking in real life. Like, this is how I be looking at it. But it's all love. Thank you.
Dope.